had to be back for this. Look at that. It's back. Just make a team adventure engine to help Ms.Chalice heal. Let's get into it. Now, I'll admit I know that literally everybody has already played through everything in this DLC, but it took a little while for me to actually get down and do this. And actually, this is all voiceover. And yes, I did already play through this. But this time, I'm going to be playing as Cuphead rather than Mugman in my in my original playthrough. So, yes, I already played this before I recorded it, so who really cares? But anyway, I'm just going to go through each and every boss in the DLC and give recommendations on what to do to beat him. The legendary Chalice has an urgent message for you. Find me on the coasts. Alright, Compass Man, but first I need to check my things. Alright, there's 3 new charms and 3 new shots. And I also have to check how many deaths I have to make sure I have the right one. Make sure I'm on the right file. I might not be, I don't know. I don't know if I did this, but I don't know. Who cares, really? Unless I did the last course, I'm pretty sure it's fine. Huh. I think it might be less, but whatever. Let's just go. Yep, let's go. It's time for the delicious last course. And it's time to do some more voice acting as well. God dang it. And I can't do girl voices, oh no. What could legendary Chalice be looking for all the way out here? Gosh, I don't know, Cuphead. I hope she's okay. We sure are far from home. Jumpin' chili beans, your boys made it. I have the most amazing news. And it all has to do with this here cookie. Take a bite and see for yourselves. And one bite. Ya ta-da, Ms.Chalice. It worked! It really worked! I'm alive again! But now I'm a ghost. What's going on here? Everything's gone topsy-turvy. Follow me, boys. I can explain everything. For ages, I've been trying to find a way to escape the astral plane, but nothing worked. Until now, boys, let me introduce you to Chef Saltbaker, the greatest chef in all the lands.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome to my bakery. Ms.Chalice, I see my cookie has worked wonders on you.
Oh my stars. Mugman's back. I'm a ghost again.
Oh my, a finicky thing, that cookie. The taste is sweet, but the effect is brief. Fret not, though, my concerned little cups. I've come up with an amazing new recipe. One bite of this wonder tart, and you'll have complete control of the astral plane.
This wonder tart could bring Chalice back to life for good. No swapping places and nothing.
Indeed, just one problem. The recipe requires exceptional ingredients held by the most fearsome of foes.
Well, if there's one that taught us what it takes to bring Chalice back to life, then by golly, we'll find those ingredients. Also, don't ask why Chef Saltbaker is keen duty. Stay on your guard, tripping cups. Fetching those ingredients will be a test of wits and wills. But remember, like any good bacon hot, and soul is the secret ingredient. Yeah, I try. But yeah. One more thing, chaps. Remember to equip that nifty cookie charm on the menu if you want to battle as Ms.Chalice. Sure thing. And there it is. Play as Ms.Chalice. And swap to pea shooter. Basically, Ms.Chalice is like easy mode for this, which makes sense lore-wise. What's up with you? Extra, extra! Chef Saltbaker awarded the best baker in all the lands. Oi, you them cubs what took out the devil, ain't ya? This aisle's tough, but if you sent that impact in, you got suitcases to spare. Here, pals, take a little moolah for doing the world a favor. Alright, let's just head on into this tutorial and see what Ms.Chalice is all about, though most of the internet already knows anyway. 4 HP, double jump, invincibility roll, parry dash, easier parrying. It's easy. So, I'm not going to be using Ms.Chalice for this playthrough because, you know, easy. I didn't even use it for my main playthrough. Well, anyway, I'm mostly going to be doing this with Cuphead and Mugman, but if you guys want me to go through it, all the normal Cuphead bosses and these ones as Ms.Chalice, I'm pretty sure that I can do that. And also, something else. Most people probably know what it is. There it is. Hey, pork rind. I'm just gonna get this crack shot, which is cracked, and so it's this relic, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, this DLC, it's fun. It only has bosses, but it's still like major loads of fun. And now we go into what has replaced the mausoleums. There he is.
Hail ye cups, I bid thee welcome to my floating palace. I am the one true king, the king of games. From afar I've seen you battle with zeal and aplomb. And lo, I grant thee a place in my royal tourney. In these bouts your weapons and charms shan't be of use. You'll have to find different means to best my champions. From victories, riches. Now win to the fray, with haste.
Yeah, so basically, he's got good music, but we're going to have to go through this gauntlet of parryable chess pieces. First up are the pawns, which basically just jump down and run at you, but it can get a bit overwhelming since they speed up the more you parry their heads. Honestly, on my main file and on this one, I died 3 times to them. On my main file, I used Ms.Chalice to fight all of these guys, which personally I recommend because these can be a bit difficult. But the pawns, basically just the same pattern, just parry their heads and try and dodge. But then again, that's for every boss, but pawns double jump is useful, and then so is the invincibility rule. I wasn't paying attention. Apologies. Furthermore, I've heard that the special entry into the next match. Alright, let's go up against the knight. A very quirky knight. Because if you're too far away from him, he'll just taunt you to come closer and nothing really happens. So you gotta stay close to him and wait until he does either an upward slash or a dash across the stage, because that leaves him open for more parries. And if you get to the other side of him while you're parrying him, he'll dash to the other side regardless, which you could get another parry in. Also, if you ever get hit, use invincibility frames just to hit him just a bit more. And for that upward thrust, you can hit him, you can hit the knight like right as he goes down to do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Ms.Chalice definitely makes this a whole lot easier with her double jump, so you can easily aim a dash parry on his dash attack, and it makes it go a lot quicker. But if you're playing, well, really as any of them, just take your time, have patience, wait for your opponent to strike, provide the perfect counterattack. Alright? I think... Nope. Alright. But yeah, just jump and dash over his dash, get out of the way when he does his upward slash, and don't bother with his upward thrusts unless you're feeling risky. And get those invincible parries while you can, because they're only going to be available for a limited time, and that's over. That is how we do it around here. Woo! Alright. Again on Zephyr's winds you flew through that match. Thy reward, wealth untold. Furthermore, I could yeah. Next up is the easiest one, the Bishop. Now, the Bishop is really simple and just really easy. His head will basically float around the stage, and he's invincible as long as candles are lit, so you gotta run past him to extinguish him. Though he does shoot bells out, and, you know, they try to hurt you. Ms.Chalice makes this easier because of her invincibility roll, so yeah. But one thing that this battle really tells you to do is just to keep on moving. Never stop. Never really taking a moment's rest until, well, you know, it's safe. Just keep on moving, putting out the candles, and slapping his head. Just walking up like, I like it cut. I like it cut, G. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, for the night I basically took 4 tries to beat him, and Bishop, first try. Even though it may not look like it, I'm not going to be the first person to die first to the Bishop. I'm not. And would you look at that? It's already over. Yeah. But now we go up against the hardest of this troop. Boss rush, whatever. Yep. We go up against the Rook, which the only reason he's hard is because you have to be very specific with your parries and whatnot. I mean, with Ms.Chalice, you don't really have to be that specific. You can just jump and just easily dash into his heads that he throws out since he's an executioner. But basically, you just have to parry the pink heads back towards him in order to damage him. But since most of the bosses have been kind of the same, just parry to damage him, you probably assumed that already. Yeah, alright. It's also recommended that you don't really go for double parries because you're only going to end up getting hurt. It also matters where you parry the heads as well, because if you hit them low, they're going to go high, but if you hit them high, they're going to just drop down, and it's very hard to hit them from the side. When those sparks start coming out, you're going to have to be a little more selective of like which ones you should go for and which ones you just shouldn't. Well, most of the pink heads are just going to fly towards the back. So, yeah. Bah! But yeah, this took like 15 minutes for me to beat on this file. Ms.Chalice makes this way easier with her double jump to get out of danger and her dash parry, which just makes it easier to aim the heads. So, if you're going to use Ms.Chalice on any of these bosses, use it on the Rook. Please, I beg of you. Oh, okay. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Singing in the chat, this is the run. Singing in the chat, this is the run. Yeah! Okay. Messed up, messed up. Hold on. Swag. Swag. There we go. It's over. Haha, bada bing, bada boom, baby. Let's go. But now that we beat up all of his underlings, the king is going to kick us out of the tourney until we beat an actual boss.
because we have too much money. Now away with you. Yep. So we're actually gonna fight 2 bosses while we're down here. But first, let's go visit old Pork Rinds again. Welcome. And we're gonna get first the parry part, ring, and converge. A good weapon and a good charm, and I'll come back for that later. If you guys want me to go through with the whole thing with that, just put them in the comments below. Alright, so for this next battle we're going to be using Spread and Crack Shot, because this seems to work best for who I'm going up against, and it's Glumstone the Giant and No Way Out. Let's do it. So yeah, I think on my main file it took maybe 20 tries to beat Glumstone, but for this one it took only 5. And there's definitely random chance involved because these platforms eventually sync, like the one in the middle there, and it's random on which one goes down. But when it comes to the attacks, the Cauldron is the easiest one. And basically, if the platforms go down, you're going to have a bad time with the spikes below. But for phase 2, there's a King Dyson Devil Puppet. And they're just going to throw a ball back and forth, not really paying attention to you. You just got to pay attention to where they are, while always keeping on the move because there's gnomes popping out. But yeah, the gnomes are basically the worst part about this second phase. And it's the longest one too, so I personally would recommend using your super whenever you can with this one, just to make it go a bit faster. Or alternative weapon as well. Also, make sure you shoot the puppets themselves and not Glumstone's arms, because those don't take damage. Alright. Into his mouth we go, and into his stomach. Basically, for this phase, you just have to... I mean, if you have Crack Shot or Chaser, it's basically just easy dodge game. He just throws chicken bones, platforms, parry the tons when to reset all the platforms, and also avoid darts and the chicken bones. There's a lot of moving parts, but it's not that hard. Yeah. Alrighty, yo, that should do it. Yeah. Just dive into the acid with the horse thing, croc, whatever. Alright. That is how you do it. A B, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'll take it though. Alright, now that that's over and done with, we got the gnome berries. And it's time to face one of my favorite bosses out of the DLC. But first, gonna switch to Converge, because this one's really good. We're up against the Moonshine Mob and Bootlegger Boogie. Yeah. I personally like this one because, well, the music, the sort of aesthetic they're going with, and the fact that it takes 2 unused bosses from the main game and just uses them. And I also like it because it reminds me of Fololo and Falala from Kirby Superstar Ultra. A game I really liked as a kid. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get ready to rumble. Alright, so first up is the mob boss spider. He says, "Help me out, baby." Only to some of these fly things. And he puts a whole bunch of bombs on the screen. And not any lamp oil or rope. I mean, unless you count his webbing as rope, but yeah. And he'll also kick this thing around. I don't really know what that is. What it's supposed to be. I know it's a caterpillar of sorts, but Converge is actually really good because it spreads out wide, but if you can stay into place and aim it, it can do a whole lot more damage. Right at the center stage. Alright, next up is... pretty sure that's an ants, and honestly I kind of like the way that she's animated here.
how it sort of jams to the music as well. And I'm pretty sure most people on the internet are interested in her design, to say the least. But seriously, this is just all the phases. You have smoke bomb and an auto aiming shot. It's just easy. And now it's time for the anteater and a snail. Screw the snail. Ah! Alright, so basically the anteater is just going to quickly poke his nose over the left or right side, and eventually he'll stick his tongue out and grab a whole bunch of cops and shoot them back out. Converge is actually pretty good at destroying these things. And there's no really telling on when he'll stick his tongue out like he did then, or if he's going to stick it out that long. But you can't vary the tongue. Also, don't fall for that knockout. It's a trap. Get out of here. You're not the announcer. There he is. Haha. First try, by the way. First try. Alright, how do we do? A beat? Yeah. Not really that many options to parry there. He didn't give me that many options. Alright, now that unlocks the next area, we got Distillery Dough, but first, we're gonna go back to the Game's Sleep and claim our final reward. And we're up against Queenie Weenie.
Steel thyself, Cups, for this final contest.
Yeah. I think on my main fight with Ms.Chalice, it took me 4 tries to beat the Queen, but for this one it took me 2. And I personally say that the hardest thing to deal with as either Cuphead or Mugman is the lions, because they come at you really fast, and there's, oh, whoops, sorry. They come at you really fast, and there's not really that much of a window for you to parry them. Basically, the whole gimmick of the Queen fight is these cannons are just going to aimlessly turn, and you have to parry the fuses in correlation to where the Queen is. It doesn't really take that many hits, but considering that you have to aim it while also dodging everything and predicting Queen's movements, it takes a while. There's gotta be a lot of missed shots, basically. There we go. Moving along. Direct hit. Yeet. Almost. Keep swinging. Keep swinging. There we go. That is how it's done. Alright. Now, there is like a final boss rush to this, but I'm not going to be recording that because I already got the achievement and it's just nothing really special, I'd say. Not enough to record, really. It's just you've seen it once, you've seen it all. Alright, so next up, where is it? Where? Oh, there it is. Twin Hearts. So we're going to clear up pork rinds real quick. And get Twist Up, which is going to be used for the next normal level, and we're going to get this Broken Charm. And all of you probably already know what this does, but I'm still going to do it anyway and act vague about it. But if you want me to see what the Broken Charm does, then let me know in the comments. Alright, switch to Twist Up, and there we go. Next up, Esther Winchester and High Noon Hoopla! Let's go. Honestly, this is like my favorite air level ever. Against the rootinest, tootinest cowgirl in the whole West. And Weston the Pegasus. And Mr. Smith the Vulture. So basically, her first phase, she's just going to shoot out ink something guns, I can't remember, snake oil guns, and basically if you stay in the center you'll be fine, and Mr. Smith will just throw TNT down. It's good when you're on the bottom. And second phase, it's a reverse bullet hell, and the only reason why I beat her on my first file was because I actually got her stuck in her second phase animation, like she's doing now. But basically, when the saves come falling down, you basically just want to focus on dodging. As you can see, I'm just blindly firing and not hitting her. But, yeah. Focus on getting your damage in when she's sucking. And now, it's weenie time. Let's go. Yeah, so this really reminds me of the Maria fight, where your target is just going everywhere and there's things just moving in circles all around. Woo! But if you have your supers, I would use them as soon as you can. Especially for this part, because this, at least for me, this is nightmarish. Weaving in between weenies. Weaving weenies, no? But yeah. This boss fight is actually just really, really fun. Even for an air fight, which I'm not particularly a fan of. But I would recommend just emptying every single EX card that you have on this thing. Because it's going to be difficult. Actually, for this attempt on this file, it took me 5 tries to take care of Esther. And look at that. Still got an A. Let's go. But yeah. Esther, you're a fun boss to fight. Enough said. The desert limes are now ours. We're nearing the end of the DLC. Swap to Heart Rain and Super 2 Invincibility. And Heart Rain is really helpful for this next fight. Okay. It's random every time. Alright. And the Howling Nason's Doggone Dog Bite. And there's not really going to be that much room to dash or dodge because you're just on this little plane here. And basically, the parry ring is going to help you because there's a lot of chances to parry in this fight. And I just decided to bring Twist up just to use it because this is really the only fight that you'll use it for. Yeah, so basically, you're just going to want to duck underneath the balls of yarn when the cat's out and try your best just to move out of the way when the pups throw the tennis balls and parry as much as you can. Yeah, crack shot is just really good with this. Twist up is okay for like moderate damage, but crack shot is cracked. And this phase, you can just farm for parries if you want, but you gotta be careful with parrying ones that are up high because you can get hit by the puppers up top like that. But you can use Twist Up to take it slow, or you can just swap it to good old freaking crack shot and just literally wipe these guys. Like this. Watch. You're gone. You're gone. It's just too good. There's a reason why it's called crack shot, because it's just cracked. And you are gone. Now it's up against the mothership with massive lasers. Now, lasers can be a little bit hard to avoid because it's hard to see where they're going to hit, and the screen flips as well. So, really for this, you only have to worry about what color of dishes are coming at you, because yellow, they're going to go high, red, they're going to come right towards you. And there is slight inverse controls, but it doesn't really bother me that much because I know how physics work. And use invincibility when you can, because you're not going to have that much time just to really pull off a hyper game of any sorts. Oops. Yeah, the lasers can be really tricky. Okay. Come on, finish it. Twister, twister. Yeah! There we go! Victory, first try, baby! Alright. Yeah, didn't do that. Still a B? Wow. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, next up, we're up against Mr. White Christmas, Mr. Snow, after you get the pineapple mint. Switch to... that to that. smoke bomb, and roundabout. There we go. We're up against Mr. White Christmas, Mr. Snow, Mortimer Freeze, and Snow Cold Scuffle. Haha. But yeah, this boss is pretty good when it comes to his animations and whatnot. Because actually, all the bosses are pretty good. I just think Mortimer Freeze is the best when it comes to his. I mean, seriously, look at him. I mean, you can't use Crackshot to make quick work of Mortimer Freeze here, but I just wanted to use Roundabout just to prove that I can aim, because I feel like most people don't really respect other people's choices of going for the aiming weapons, considering the amount of people that go like, oh, pea shooter, no charm, whetstone only, stuff. Like, seriously. I'm playing to have fun. I'm not playing to torture myself. But yeah, this took me, I think, like about 3 tries to beat. Yeah. And so the snow golem it's simple, but there's a lot of things that can connect together and give you a real bad time. Like this and the popsicles. But you can make quick work of the second phase if you use your ultimate. And finally, Mr. Snowflake. And looks like he's doing the easiest attack, the snow cones, which always aim towards the center. Also, like, even though I missed, you should probably aim to parry that bucket. Oh, alright. Just gonna do this then. But yeah, this is definitely a whole lot easier than Grim Matchstick's fight because you can see where all the platforms are instead of just blindly jumping to get to a certain platform. Yeah, there we go. Mortimer Freeze is down. Yeah. Alright. That's an A, baby. Let's go. Yeah. So that's everything. But there is one more thing that we can do before the final boss. We did it! That was the last ingredient we needed for the wonder time. Let's get back to Saltbaker Lickety Split. But before that, I'm gonna switch. Actually, hold on. What do you say? What'd you say? Left. Down. Oh, morning. It's making me smile. It has me smiling. Down, right. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. So, tombstones left to wallow. Down this morning. Down right. Huh? Is it down right, down all morning, and left? Wait, was it? Oh, she said up left. Okay, up left, down all morning, down right. Okay, so it's down right, down all morning, up and left. There we go. Not that that's unlocked. You know what? I guess I should. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it. Switch to Converge and Crackshot. And Invincibility, why not? We're up against a very tricky secret boss. Just gonna take a little snooze and dream. But this boss is pretty tricky. Basically, you're fighting a demon and an angel. And basically, whichever way you're facing is going to be the demon, and it's going to attack you. But the angel also sort of attacks you, but it doesn't hurt you. So you got to keep track of which one you're looking at. And Crackshot makes it easier to dodge, obviously. And it's sort of symbolic on how Cuphead and Mugman and I guess Ms.Chalice are facing these demonic forces with the power of angels at their backs. Yeah. I personally think that the strategy to go with this is to stay on the cloud just so you can stay in one direction but still move around for the fireballs without really having to turn and trick yourself. But yeah, it took me like, I don't know, maybe 10 tries to deal with that. Yeah, I did the work. And now, the broken relic has turned into the cursed relic, and I'm not going to do that now, but if you want to see me fight some bosses with that, let me know, please. And also, facing bosses as Ms.Chalice as well. Alright, Salt Baker, we got your candy! We have come for... Hello? What's at the hatch? Oh. Well, this is a bit unsettling. Hello? Hello? That's not needed to laugh. Welcome back, you meddlesome brats. I didn't think you'd be back so soon. No matter, it's too late to stop me now. The Wonder Tart will be my finest work yet. A shame I never told you the most important secret ingredient, a living soul. While you suckers were out doing my bidding, I nabbed your little friend here. When her soul is baked into the Wonder Tart, the cosmic powers of the astral plane will be mine. Cuphead, Mugman, you gotta help me. But first, I'll take those ingredients, and then I'll use your heads as serving dishes. I don't know why, I just feel like DDD voice just fits Salt Baker for some reason. And through animations as a whole, this takes the cake, no pun intended. I mean, look at it. Alright, so for the... Oh, hold on. So for this fight, most of your problems are going to be in first phase, as he uses the boo womp sound effect of the dough to summon little minions, which can sometimes be difficult to avoid, but my personal enemy is the desert lions here, because you can just dodge one and then another one can just show up and ruin your day. But the biggest problem here is that little flame, who just keeps tumbling about while everything is happening. So while you're focused on sugar cubes and strawberries and limes, this thing could just jump down and just hit you. If that flame wasn't there, it would be 100 times easier. But second phase, he eats a mega mushroom, and now we're on his palm fighting the pepper shakers. Now, for this, I'd say it's best to use either roundabout or lobber, but personally more roundabout because it can be useful later on, and you can just aim one direction and fire backwards. But basically, you just gotta avoid the projectiles from the pepper shakers, avoid the pineapple mint that Salt Baker's thrown in the air, and dodging this dancing flame. But after that, stay in the middle so you don't get hit by that buzzsaw. Alright, I think it's a dough cutter, but whatever. And now it's this thing, the salt domain. And for this phase, I'd recommend you stay close to the ground because you only have to deal with its wide hitbox once every so often. Now we're on the final phase, the heart, that makes the Wonder Tart. Now, I don't really know what the best weapon for this is, but I think Roundabout or Crackshot or Chaser can be pretty good. Also, make sure you have invincibility with you because it can be a saving grace. But yeah. You just gotta pay attention to the heart and just keep on hopping the platforms, and then you got it. You got it, baby. Okay, but On my first playthrough, it took me a few tries to beat him, and yet I beat him while I was listening to one of my favorite songs, and I didn't get hit. Alright, story. Ms.Chalice. And we did it. Thank goodness you're okay. That dastardly salt baker, he had us hoodwinked the whole time. Gadzooks, this place is coming down. Let's get out of here. Ah! No, my bakery! Serves them right for duping us. But with the bakery destroyed, you're never gonna get that wonder tart, Chalice. That's okay. If some poor soul has to be sacrificed for me to live again, it just ain't worth it. But mark my words, boys, I'm never gonna stop searching. And in the meantime, if you ever find yourselves in a scrape, I'm just one cookie bite away. Besides, who needs a wonder tart when they're gonna have 2 new best pals instead? And that's the DLC. How to beat for the epilogue.
I am Chef Saltmaker, I have been a naughty crook. The recipe was in my book, the recipe was overcooked. I should not have let